Shalom, Kol Laila, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Urkwakadash. All praises be to the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of His Son, and our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai, to the 144,000, and double honor and respect to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone. Coming back at you with another lesson. The writing is on the wall. So Babylon is heading towards a major train wreck. And what I mean by that is destruction is coming. And it's going to come suddenly at an instant with little to no preparation. And this is what it means when the Bible says to keep our garments clean. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's go here to, I think it's Revelation. Revelation 16, verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. So the powers that be are ushering the nations towards the final world war. And really, the international bankers, the global elite, they think that they are driving this train, but their minds are being moved on the left-hand side by spirits created for vengeance that the Most High controls through Satan, which is under him. So the international bankers are doing what they were designed to do. They are left-hand side minions. Behold, I come as a, let's go to verse 14. For they are spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them together, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Har-Magedon means mountain of troops in the Hebrew. Har-Magedon. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that walketh and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. So it's one thing to know precepts, but to wear the doctrine or practice what we teach is another. So the elect are sincere and are donning the garments of Yahweh Shai, suffering patiently and diligently laboring, watching and waiting with faith at the forefront. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. So the angels are going to see the destruction of the daughter of Babylon and the various locations the Israelites are scattered around the world. That's not going to be burning in hell somewhere. It's going to be on earth at the nuclear destruction, followed by the laser and chariot fire. So to see that nakedness or shame means that we are still dwelling or immersed in iniquity, transgression. And he gathered them together into a place called, in the Hebrew tongue, Armageddon or Har-Magedon, mountain of troops. So recently we know that Joe Biden gave an order that now the Ukraine can use long-range ballistic missiles to attack Moscow. Remember, there's only about a 7-minute travel time distance to strike Moscow. So Russia is not playing. So when we're reading the scriptures, we have to allow the Spirit to flow within us through our faith. So suddenly, it's getting back to the technology that exists today. A hypersonic missile, or just a standard long-range ballistic missile that's pre-positioned in Germany or the Ukraine, can strike Moscow in about 5 to 7 minutes. So Russia is going to revert to a preemptive strike posture. They're going to strike first to a potential threat or enemy. So this thing is going to escalate nuclear rapidly. It's going to go from 0 to 60 in seconds. So let's get back to this. Why do I pull this up? Because this is what's going to cause the Most High to lift up a standard when the elites try to mandate this might be. And it's not uncommon for America to follow suit after Great Britain and Canada, New Zealand, Australia. These are nations that are moving forward with this plan. And really, America is going to follow suit behind these nations. New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Britain. So these nations are already leaning forward towards the way ahead. But the elites are planning something very catastrophic, very ugly, to make people feel the need for this reset. I mean, when you couple disease and food shortages and electrical grid shutdown, civil unrest, riots in the streets, people being just mercilessly slaughtered out here, they're going to beg for this digital system and a transition underneath a total government control over the citizens. Why? For safety. So they're going to be willing to trade their liberties, so-called, or civil liberties, for safety. And that safety is going to come in the form of encrypted devices, digital certificates, the CHIP. Remember, there was a video that I saw probably about 5 years ago now. If you want to prevent your child from coming up missing, then the way ahead is a digital device. If you want to be located, if you are kidnapped, the digital device. If you want somebody to come to your aid to ensure your safety and well-being, the digital device. So there's no way we can talk about the end of days without talking about the might be. That's in Revelation 13. Let's go here. I'm not going to be able to make this long at all. Let's go to Job 20. To Job chapter 20, verse 23. Let's go to 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So when you represent less than 1% of the global population, but yet you're in charge, you need a digital secure device where you can track everybody's location, their conversation, shut down their chip where they can't eat, they can't travel, And you can do a emergency activation to shut down that individual as well. And I can't go into detail. Certain things can be released out of it, or they can turn on certain signals, certain G spot signals, if you will. And I'm trying to speak walk in wisdom. They can activate certain G spot type signals. So this thing is an ultimate control device or an electronic leash. So this wicked is talking about all nations. I mean, you saw that video of they look like Japhetic people, islanders, that were tearing up some of the unrighteous decrees. And I think the location was over in New Zealand. And they start singing some of these ancient Japhetic chants. So every hand of these nations are getting ready to rise up against the current ruling establishment. And it's causing fear and panic across the mindsets and the planning committees of the elite because they know it's coming. So this wicked in this context is talking about these nations rising up. Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So filling his belly is crowning his enterprise a success by linking everyone linked in to the digital grid system. System means a pit. It's like a trap. No different from when you set a trap in the field or in the wilderness where it looks like you can walk on top of it, but then you fall in. It's about a 8 to 10 feet drop, preferably 10, or you can't climb out. So that is a system or a snare. So this global network connected to the grid is a pit. But remember, the Bible says in the pit that he had dug, let's get that. I think it's Proverbs. The book of Proverbs, chapter 26. Let's go to verse 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. So they're digging a pit to enslave and entrap the souls of men. Remember, when you take this Mach B, you have no more control. They can literally remote unalive you a couple of different ways that I can't go into detail on. They can release certain stuff and activate signals. Look up that movie, The Kingsmen, the scene when they activate that signal. So ultimately, they're trying to enslave everyone. So what they are intended to do is going to return upon them. Hence, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So trying to cunningly implement this device is going to explode in their face, figuratively and literally. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it shall return upon him. So remember, the nuclear warheads are likened unto stones. America is a witch, a wicked witch of the West, built on pseudoscience, pharmakia, which goes back to witchcraft. So according to the law, a witch is to be burned, and a harlot stoned, the daughter of a priest. Esau came out of Isaac, a priest, which is joined unto the daughter of Babylon. This is their kingdom. Let's go here. See, let's go to right here. That fury of the Lord's wrath is talking about fire, starting with the nuclear missiles, followed by laser and chariot fire. Job 20 and 23, when he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Nuclear warheads. These are the stones that are going to fall upon this place, likened unto ancient Sodom and Gomorrah. See, let's go here to Psalms 11. And there's something I want to point out here. See, the Lord a refuge and a defense. Why is the Lord a refuge? Because the elect are going to be hidden under his pavilion, being caught up into the clouds, the chariots of the Lord. And he is a defense. So this is how, through the Holy Spirit, we're able to connect the dots. So when this man comes in with his sword and his little mini might be swords, the Lord is going to lift up a standard of fire. So we cannot talk about the judgment without talking about what's going to initiate it or set it off. This man's forcible sodomy, if you will, with these little miniature phallus symbols, the might be. Spiritual fornication. Let's go to Psalms 11, verse 1. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. In the Lord put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? What does this mean? Hey, the chariot of Yahushua looks like a mountain. His large room, his large pavilion. Let's go here real quick. Psalms 55. Ezra saw this, and it covered the sky, blotted out the sun. Darkness covered the earth. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Great judgments. Right here. See? Psalms 55. Let's go to verse 3. Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is sore pain within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me. See? The sorrows of hell compass me round about. Dreadful conditions, biowarfare, chemical warfare, civil warfare, civil, political, economic, and military unrest is describing a hazardous battlefield. Death all around us. Fearlessness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. That's hell. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. That's entering into the chambers of the Lord, the chariots, the so-called UFOs. Come, my people, enter thou into my chambers, and shut thy doors round about thee, and hide thyself until the indignation be overpassed. So that mountain that's coming is the star of Jacob, the fathership of Yahushua. Let's go back. Psalms 11 and 1. In the Lord put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? I'm thinking about Psalms 124. The elect is going to be escape like birds. Free as a bird. That's where we get that term. Free as a bird, which starts with this truth when we read Psalms 91. For lo, the wicked bend their bow. See? So this is an orchestra. It's a symphony. When this man comes in with his sword, ultimately it's going to end in nuclear disaster, bending the bow. They have missile silos. The prophets saw these, called them arrows, these missiles. Unto this day, they're called arrows. A nuclear missile that's lost, stolen, or damaged is called a broken arrow. For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. Let's go here. If the now see, remember, this man's blessing is the sword. We read, by thy sword shalt thou live. That's Genesis 27. See? So there's multiple types of swords, which is a killing instrument. So the not be can be added to that list. Swords are killing instruments, not just missiles. Keep going. For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? So the earth is going to tremble, reel to and from. The righteous can have faith and look up, for our redemption draweth near, and trust in the wings of the Almighty, a dark saying for the chariots of the Lord. The foundations are going to shake. The earth is going to reel to and from and tremble. If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. So the eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful, wicked kingdom. And he's getting ready to bring vicious judgment on a grand, global, massive scale like there has never been since the world began. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. This is talking about Esau. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. So he knew what Esau would do. So his righteous indignation is against that man of sin, the son of perdition. Righteous indignation is tied to a righteous hatred because this man is full of abomination, sickness, death, mischief, lies. Connects back to what? Proverbs chapter 6. Where's that at? I'll get one of them real quick. Proverbs 6. See right here. Proverbs 6, and we got to go to 15. Let's go to Proverbs 6 and 14. Frowardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. They're doing that now. Order out of chaos. Bringing in undocumented migrants. Bringing in the prison population from many of these countries. And under the cloak of darkness, the United Nations troops and commandos. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly. Suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Talking about Esau and his cohort of nations following him, which starts with the rebellious house of Israel. So that suddenly is attached to fire, major destruction. The major plagues are with fire. Remember, the technology exists today: hypersonic missiles, supersonic missiles, travel time of about 20 minutes or less. And that time is cut in half by submarine launch platforms and road mobile missile launch platforms. The silos are being used last, these ground silos, because they're easily targeted. Since they are fixed sites, they're very easy to take out. So they will comprise of the 3rd or 4th volley of missiles. It'll be used last. But remember, all these missiles are shot from a platform, what we call a bow. These bows are missile launch platforms. Let's keep going. Get ready to close out. Yeah, let's go to Psalms 11 and 5. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. We just read that in Proverbs 6. So whenever we read, Jacob have I loved, that's the righteous, which starts with the Lord's elect. But Esau have I hated. The Most High can foresee the elect men of the Lord prophesying, having faith in him, teaching and preaching diligently. The Most High can see Esau setting up a digital grid and forcing or causing all to take that not be, setting the conditions of famine, disease, sickness, civil war, chaos. So his righteous indignation is tied to his all knowing or omniscience. He knows all. So that's why he has a righteous hatred or righteous indignation, because it's through knowing all things. The Lord loveth, the Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. So this is talking about Edom, Idawam, red, crimson, criminal, crime family. So God does not love everybody that we've been falsely taught. There is a wicked created or reserved unto the day of judgment. We're reading about them. So we can see how this new song comes together. All of the precepts or musical notes are in harmony. And this is why the men of the Lord are singing the same song. False prophets did not forewarn about this. There might be fire and destruction coming to those that accept the might be, because it confirms your loyalty to being married to the beast system and lack of faith in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness, and his countenance doth behold the upright. So the Lord is going to deliver on his promises and take up the elect into his chambers, the Cadillacs of the skies, the chariots of the Lord, decked in gold and silver, that we can read about in Psalm 68. Let's get ready to close out. Excuse me, Salakia. Okay, Yahweh Shai would talk about parables, and quite often he would fast forward into the future. This rich man rests on the shoulders of Amalek, ruling in the last days. The wicked global elite comprised of the 13 Illuminati families are Amalekites that's ruling in the last days. The dukes of Edom, nobility. These are the nobles of the wicked left hand. Look up the White Brotherhood, the Red Brotherhood, secret societies, the Bilderberg Group. Look up the Club of Rome. Anyway, Yahweh Shai is speaking parables or dark sayings, telling us that this man, when he is about to fill his belly, he's going to lose everything in 1 hour. 1 hour, 1 day. Let's try to go through this quickly. Luke 12:16. And he spake a parable unto them. And he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. The wicked global elite, the Rothschilds, for example, are worth about $700 trillion. Yet we have world hunger. So what are they doing with the money? Trying to fill their own bellies. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. They have more than a heart desire. They have more than a man can have. Let's go here real quick. Psalm 73, verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. See, looking at these devils saying, how in the world are they ruling over us? Genetically modified organisms or GMO food, fake fruit, fake juice, fake vegetables, synthetic meat. But they have everything. What is going on? Bible prophecy must take place. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So this is Amalek ruling in the last days. The elite families. The primary families are 13, but it branches out to about 500 families, comprised of the a little less than 1% that's ruling over the world. It's about 0.5%. Let's go down here to verse 8. Psalm 73, verse 4. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They're getting organs from missing people. And then they're eating well. They're drinking real water, drinking real juice. Stolen organs. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Whenever we're eating genetically modified organisms, that's a plague. Why? Well, it leads to lack of nutrients, lack of minerals. We're mineral deficient, nutrient deficient. That's a plague. Leads to what? Arthritis. Come on now. Nervous disorders. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. So they're not covered under the garment of Yahushua, but the opposite. Wickedness. There it is right here. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Remember, Esau was promised the fatness of the earth. So through my precepts, I get understanding. So Amalek is ruling over the earth in these last days. Their eyes stand out. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Let's go back to the parable of Yahushua. See right here. Luke 12:17. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. I have everything. I don't even have anywhere to put it. Yet we got the poor dying around the world. World hunger. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and all my goods. Build back better. Let's make America great again. A new world order. See, you can't make this stuff. You don't think Yahushua knew about this? Yahushua knows. He knows. He knows. So he's just playing with them right now. He's speaking a parable. It's a teaching point, but he knows exactly who would be ruling in these last days. He knows. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and all my goods. And I will say to my soul, Soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. They think that their houses shall continue forever. Houses are families. Remember, you got 13 main Illuminati families, but it branches out to upwards of about 600 families of the elites. So they think that their houses shall continue forever. Let's read this verse. Psalms 49. Let's read this verse. Look at Psalms chapter 49. Let's go to verse 15. This is beautiful. Oh, the Spirit led me here. Psalms 49 and 15. Let's go to 14. Like sheep, they are laid in the grave. Death shall feed on them, and the upright shall have dominion over them in the morning, and their beauty shall consume in the grave from their dwelling. They're going to go from riches to rags in 1 hour, 1 day. Trading places. The elite know. Look up in the movie Trading Places. But God will redeem my soul. Say what? But God will redeem my soul from the power of the grave. He shall receive me. The Lord is going to say, Come up hither. My people, enter thou into my chambers, and shut thy doors round about thee. The chariots of the Lord. Be not afraid when one is made rich. Say what? Be not afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. Can't make this up. That's the wicked global elite in our modern time. They're going to lose everything in 1 hour. 1 hour. They're going to lose it all. Be not afraid when one is made rich, when the glory of his house is increased. For when he dieth, he shall carry nothing away. His glory shall not descend after him. No more passing down their wealth. Though while he live, he bless his soul, and men will praise thee when thou doest well to thyself. He shall go to the generation of his fathers. They shall never see light. So they're going to be in the pit of darkness as peasants, slaves. Even the Rothschilds changed their name from Bauer, which means peasant. Man that is in honor and understandeth not is like the beasts that perish. So we're under the second beast of Rome, under the horns of the wicked, when we read Psalms 75. The horns of the wicked. Psalms 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. Their generational family wealth is what this is talking about. Their generational family wealth. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They called their lands after their own names. Rothschild estate is just one example. So these people are extremely proud and wicked. Luke 12:19. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? Yahushua knows everything is going to be translated to the elect, the heirs of the promise of Jacob, the elect sons of God. Yasharallah, he is a prince of the power. So the meek shall inherit the earth. It belongs to the elect sons of Jacob anyway. So Yahushua already knows the answer. He's playing right now with them. But he's teaching at the same time. But God said unto him, Thou fool. Fool is interchangeable with wicked. But God said unto him, Thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich toward God. So this day will I require your soul. In 1 hour, 1 day, all soul riches are, I don't want to give it away. Oh, hold on. Hold up. Let's go here. To make it clear. Oh, let's go here. Where is that at? In 1 hour. Oh, man. Oh, right here. It's right here. Revelation 18, verse 8. Let's go to 7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. The daughter of Babylon and Edom is joined at the hip. This is their kingdom, the last ruling empire, or the re-emergence of Rome, the first beast. So we're in that second beast of Rome. Therefore shall her plagues come in 1 hour. Oh, I'm getting excited. This is it right here. Therefore shall her plagues come in 1 day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. Wow. So with the technology we have today, that's what's going to happen. Let's go to verse 10. Revelation 18, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. So the ultimate plague is fire. But it's going to be a series of subsequent plagues leading up to that, like civil war, disease, famine, sickness. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. See, so Yahushua is like, well, who are you going to give these riches to? So the elect is going to inherit all things, and all riches, wealth, And everything that was stolen is going to be translated to the Lord's sons, the sons of God. Yasharallah, is it not written, I have said ye are gods? He basically saying, I left you in charge. I made you judges, leaders, kings, rulers, magistrate. So the conditions are being set for major judgments and prophecy to take place. The destruction and recompense of the wicked, followed by slavery after they try to force mandate this new NWO, or New Order of the Ages, a global reset on a digital economic grid system, and then the salvation of the Lord's elect. Hopefully this lesson has been edifying. See you on the next lesson, Lord willing. Kwam Yasharallah and the Bad Babal. We got next, Lord willing.